Okay, parents, how much should you push your kids? Well, I think it depends on their interest level and what they expect from you. Um, if they want you to go at the youth levels, Tulsa Nationals, Reno, all the big stuff. High school, they want you to take them to the Super 32s, Junior Nationals, and you're spending $5,000 just on Junior Nationals. Um, they need to put something back into it, right? My dad used to say, if I don't have to leave St. Charles County to find someone to kick your ass, I'm not leaving St. Charles County. And he said it to my little younger brother who was less than motivated. And he's like, if I'm not going to travel everywhere, he goes, I have to travel with Nick and Tony because I'm trying to find people that can beat them. But they're in their wrestling basement every night training. So that is just a very good approach. Now, I don't think you should dominate your county or city before you leave, because the experience of going to some bigger events, it provides a lot of value that when you come back home, you're training in a smaller arena. So I don't think you should dominate your area before you do any of the bigger tournaments. But if it's nonstop and it's constant, if you're going to sit in the bleachers for 15 hours every Saturday and Sunday for 4 to 6 months a year, we're going to need to see you winning a few matches, okay? If you're 13 pounds overweight and you can't do 30 push-ups in a row, you can't do 2 pull-ups in a row, I'm not sure I want to go sit in these bleachers. We got to get you strong. We got to slim you down. Let's get some skills. Let's go to camp. Oh, I don't want to do the 14-day camp. I only want to do the 5-day camp. Well, I don't want to sit in the bleachers for 30 hours on Saturday and Sunday and watch you go 1 and 2. No, you're doing the 14-day camp. All right? If I have to work overtime and I've got to come up with this sports money, I want you to work a little overtime. Does that mean you make them get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do a David Goggins workout? Of course not. Is this video for you parents who have a 5-year-old? No, this is not for you. A little common sense here, obviously, but they're going to have to bring something to the table, okay? My dad had a very good approach. He's like, you bring the ball to the 50-yard line. I will grab it and I will run it to the end zone. But you got to bring it halfway first. You're going to have to do something here, okay? And so how much should you push your kids? Well, they should be lifting weights twice a week. They should be wrestling once a week year round, especially if they're older. And if they're in baseball and soccer, good. But if their main sport is wrestling, most of us aren't doing like select baseball, select soccer, super select wrestling, where you're traveling the nation like a freaking country music star for all 3 sports. You usually have one sport that you're really doing at that level. If that sport for them is wrestling, you may not do the $10,000 a year baseball or the $400 a month hockey. You might just do like YMCA soccer. And you say, okay, we're going to have to put some more time into our wrestling. So we can't do sports every night. But instead of doing ultra advanced extreme soccer 3 nights a week plus on a Sunday morning, we might just do the basic, O'Fallon, Missouri Soccer Club, the fun stuff. They only have 2 practices a week for an hour and a half. Then there's still time to wrestle. So, you don't have to specialize in wrestling. One practice a week. I know in our academy, we have 2-hour and 15-minute practices. You're going to get 640 matches worth of live just by coming once a week, 2 hours a week, right? And, 55 hours of drill time. So is once a week going to even do anything? Oh yeah, it's going to do a lot. But, I think to sit down and just have a normal conversation with our kids like they're an adult and say, this is what we're going to bring to the table. And I don't expect you to win everything all the time. I don't win everything all the time. Us parents, we lose in life. But there's nothing wrong with them bringing something to the table. because you have to bring so much to the table. So, common sense here. That's my approach. That was the approach my dad took with us, and I thought it was very, very smart, and that's the approach that I would advise for you. Check us out, PurlerWrestling.com. We appreciate you following us.